Hello. Well, today is probably going to be a little rough and again, real. You can see that I have some of my soft things around me because I'm really struggling. Last week we talked about change and how I was very pleased with what I had accomplished during the change that had happened in our lives. Well, truth be told, the winds of change have been blowing in our lives for several years. They started getting a little stronger at the end of the summer, and they've been blowing pretty heavily for a few months. As much as I was pleased and happy with the progress I made with driving home by myself to get to my husband, if you remember, I said the situation causing that wasn't a good one. Well, it wasn't. And life for us has just been turned upside down. I kind of referred to it as our life just blew up, and I'm not sure what the aftermath is going to be. And that's the truth. Some unexpected things happened, and now we are in a race with time to see what our future holds for us. I would be lying if I said that I was doing okay with this change, because I'm not. I'm really not. I truly am struggling hard with this. I'm finding it really difficult to get out of bed again in the mornings. I just want to crawl back in that hole that I've known, because I know it. I know it there. It's not the unknown to me that I'm facing. I'm finding that I just have to fight. And fighting is not easy, and it seems like that's all I've been doing. For the last couple years is just fighting, because being at the bottom and in the hole is easier to stay. The hardest thing to do when you are as low as you can go is to climb out. And I didn't climb out. I've been clawing my way out. It's been painful, and it's been hard, and it's been challenging. But nothing good came from nothing. So I've worked and I've worked. So I don't want to give up on all the work that I've done, but part of me really does just want to give up. I've showed you my chair, and I've showed you my softness that I surround myself with. I literally the other day felt myself wanting to crawl back into that really dark hole that I have crawled and clawed my way out of, as I got into my chair and I wrapped myself around with my soft, and I sat there for hours staring off, doing nothing. I wanted to go back in that hole. This affects my husband and I a great deal. And I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay firm and focused, because we are doing this together. I told him when he told me, don't come home, I said, no, we fight together. That's what we do. You have helped me fight, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to help you fight, and we fight together because we're a team. And so I am going to keep trying to do this and fight, but I'm finding it really, really hard. I'm noticing that I'm not wanting to talk to people, and those people that I normally talk to and love to talk to, I'm finding it hard to talk to them. Not that they've done anything wrong, because they haven't, but it's just my way of coping and dealing with stuff. And when I get bad, I go into this little hole, and I'm forcing myself to get up and not just sit in my chair and work on things that have to be done now. And we have to figure out what to do and where to go and how to be. And I don't have time to just sit and do nothing and to go into this hole and to veg and to remain. There's too much stuff to do. So I've got to make sure that I'm fighting. There are times that I just don't want to, but dang it, I've worked way too hard these last couple of years to allow this to take me down, and I'm not going to. I am not going to allow this life-altering situation tear me down when I have worked so hard to get where I'm at. Thank you for all of those who have shown your support and love. My husband and I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to continue to fight because I've earned it. I've deserved it. So I'm going to have my down moments, but help me as I try to remind myself not to stay there. It's okay to have the down moments, but I've got to push through it, and I've got to get back up. And I can. I'm strong enough to do that. I wouldn't be strong enough to do this even a year ago. So I am strong enough now to do this. Part of me knows that it's all going to be okay. And part of me thinks it's really scary. The unknown is a scary thing to look into the unknown and not know what tomorrow is going to hold. But I'm going to do each moment at a time, and I'm going to get through each moment. And so if you struggle with things like this, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice that helps immensely, that really, really helped me and still helps me on a daily basis. When the future is really hard to look at and to see where things may be going or what you may be doing, don't look at that, because that's not here right now. What's here right now is the here and now. And in this moment, you've got to get through this moment. And when this moment passes, you've got to get through the next moment that comes up. But you don't have that next moment yet. What you have is this moment right here, right now. And focus on getting through that moment. Because when you can tackle one thing at a time, one little thing at a time, it doesn't seem as big and it doesn't seem as hard to climb when it's just one thing. And then when you get past that moment, then you can see the next one a little bit more clearly and a little bit more defined. Because when we're trying to focus on too many things all at once, it becomes kind of a jumbled mess. And I know for me, that's when things start to bubble over and I start to lose it and I start to go into a panic mode, and I do have a panic attack. So for me to help with not having that happen, sometimes I forget to do that, and I have an amazing husband who comes along and helps me to remember, in this moment, this is all you have to do. He's a great guy, and he really helps me immensely. But if you don't face these moments and you know people that do, help them to remember, this moment you only have to deal with this situation. The next moment will come, and the next moment we will handle together. But for this moment right here, this is all you have to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to face each moment as they come, and then tackle that one, and then the next moment and try to tackle that one. But the rest, I'm just going to have to let be out there for now until I can get strong enough to look at it and say, yeah, we can do this. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Not so great, but I'm going to keep fighting. Thanks for stopping by.